Well, Coach Hembree, congratulations to you, the team, and the coaches. You clinched another 8-4A conference championship. Great time Friday night. Your thoughts on the game?
It was a tough game, go over to a tough environment. I thought we had a great crowd, which energized our football team. We came out defensively in the first half and dominated. I thought our staff did a great job of game planning what we thought they were going to come out in, and really just dominated the first half defensively. Offensively, we scored some points, but we left some points on the table. I thought they did a good job. They were really good on defense. We knew that going in, but I thought our kids did a great job of protecting the football, taking care of the football. We had 0 turnovers. Anytime you get in a big ball game and not turn the ball over, it gives you a chance to win. And I thought our kids did that. I wish we could have took advantage of some of the opportunities we had in the first half, but we didn't. We were up 18-0 going into the half, and second half turned into a war a little bit. They came out in a different offense, a single wing, and kind of did some stuff we wasn't ready for, and moved the ball down our throats, and then we adjusted pretty good there late in the third quarter, and ended up winning 32-13, and it was a huge win for our kids, and gives us another championship, and more importantly, gives us home field advantage through the playoffs.
Well, it was a great atmosphere, and obviously the kids played real well. Now, according to our records, you've been here, this is your 14th year, if I've got my numbers right, and that's our 10th conference championship in 14 years. So I think we've got a little tradition embedded there, don't we? It's going well.
I hope so. I don't know how many it is. I've not kept count, but anytime you can win a conference championship, it's always big. I know back in 2001 was our first one, and won in a long time. And since then, we've been very fortunate to win some. And now the big picture is to win a state championship. And if we play like we're capable of playing, I think we'll be right there in the mix for that. And that's when it gets really fun, is when you get to Thanksgiving weekend. And anytime you can get there, the teams that are left's got a really good chance to win a state championship. And we're very fortunate to have opportunity. We got to bye in the first round of the playoffs, and then we're home field the next week, and just see. We really don't know who we'll play right now, and we got to go back to getting better for our working on some things that we need to get better at, and that's what we're going to do the next 2 weeks, and until we find out who we're going to play.
Well, you've kind of touched on this already about your defense, but I want to bring it up again because I really thought it was a really great defensive performance. Friday night. Your defense played well all year, but they were really on top of their game, and seemed like you guys were ready for everything.
We were until the second half. I thought they did some things that they haven't done and that we wasn't ready for. But we're so fast on defense. We're not big. We're not size-wise. Somebody said the other day when the official was spotting the ball and their offensive line was standing up and our defensive line was standing up right there, like it was just a huge difference, and it was. But our kids play extremely hard over on the defensive side of the football. They read their keys good. Our secondary has gotten better each week. Thought Chris Oliver played an unbelievable game. We put him in man coverage out there against one of their better, probably their best wide receiver, and he kind of locked him down all night. And then Peyton Hargis had a huge game. Just a couple kids who played really well in a situation that we put them in where Peyton, they tried to do a lot of tight end stuff to his side, which the same thing that Fayetteville done that we wasn't ready for, and that he didn't do a very good job at. That Star City done, where they switched their tight end wing to Peyton's side. And that just shows how much and how good you can get playing the teams that we played early in the year, and then all of a sudden you see the same thing happen, and you see the growth from your football players. That's what's exciting as a coach, to see how much better that he got on that same situation.
Those first 3 weeks may be paying off some now, those tough games we played.
It is, and that's just one of the examples right there of just Peyton, because in the first game they did a lot of tight end trade with their number 15, where he was a big old boy, and they got him to Peyton's side, and he kind of outmanned Peyton a little bit, and Hamburg tried to do some of the same stuff, and Peyton handled his own, and that was really good to see.
Well, you mentioned, let's switch to offense, and you've already mentioned that as well, that you felt like you left a few points on the field. But still, at times, your offense looked awful good. And I thought Drake was just tremendous. I thought he just took command from the beginning. So talk about your offense just a little bit.
We did. I mean, he's gotten so much better, and we didn't throw the ball very well, and you have times when you don't. The ball was slick a little bit, and his hands are not very big. And what gives us the satisfaction or the relief is he can run the football so well. So when we're not throwing it, we got to go to more of a running style offense. That's what we did late in the first half, early in the whole second half was we lined up and ran the ball down their throat. And that's something we've not been able to do here in a long time. And it's always good when you can go against a good team. And they brought a lot of different looks at us and be able to run the football. I thought we had a couple drops that hurt us early in the game, and then we threw some bad balls. That's going to happen, and especially when it starts getting cold and wet, you got to be able to run the football. And I thought Drake and Calais did a great job of that. I thought Calais had 22 carries for over 100 yards, and Drake was 13 carries for right at 80 yards. So, that's pretty good right there, being able to run the football, especially when you want to. We're sitting there late in the game, 6 or 7 minutes to go in the game, and it's 32 or 25 to 6, and we're able to just line up and run the football down their throat and go down and score another touchdown. And when you're able to do that, you're a good football team, and they know you're going to run. They still can't stop it. That's when it gets fun.
Well, I guess you have to give your offensive line a little credit. They've developed quite a bit too, haven't they?
They have. They're getting better each week. Still room for improvement. We know that, but they probably had their best game of the year the other night, Friday night. So we got to build off that now. We got to build off that because we're going to see some really good football teams in the playoffs, some really good D lines. So we got to make sure that we take that and go one step further with it.
One other question. I think it was in the third quarter, and we had a 3rd and long, as I recall, and Drake got flushed out. Looked like he was going to run, and then I think he hit Gonder with a pretty good throw on the run. That looked like a big play to me there.
It was. There was 2 huge plays that he made with his feet. One of them was that play where we were in empty formation, and we just had a vertical concept. It was 3rd and long. They brought the house. I mean, they brought anytime you play man and bring the house, you're you give up the quarterback run. And we talked about that with Drake. Hey, anytime you see zero coverage, and because most of the time the deep backs and the corners are going to turn and run with the receivers, and he was able to escape the pocket. Knew that he had to get rid of it, and then Von Erich did a great job of moving around, working back to him, and we got him the ball. And I thought the other big run was on 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8 there in the 4th quarter, and we ran the quarterback draw out of the same look, and he gained about 30. So, he's tough to defend because he can throw the ball and he can run it, and he's so powerful when he does run. He punishes you when you tackle him.
Well, we got one more regular season game, and I want to make sure everybody remembers it's on Thursday night, correct?
Right.
Thursday night here at home at Warren. 7 p.m., Lake Village. They've struggled, but it seems like they usually, for whatever reason, play one of their better games against us. So
well, they do.
I know we got to be ready.
They do, and a lot of that's probably our fault. We don't, like I told our kids, we've been going with, last night was the first Sunday they've had off since August the 24th, I think. We've practiced every Sunday since then, and we gave them this past Sunday off, and we only had 3 days to really prepare for them. Really just 2, because today we won't do much besides lift and run and watch film. But when you have a long season, there's a time when you got to have a refreshment week, and we usually use this week as that. And you're not going to be as mentally sharp or mentally prepared as we normally are going into a Lake Village game. But our kids understand that what we're playing for, winning a conference championship is huge, and what we got up next is huge. So we're gonna come in this week, and we're gonna do a lot of stuff that just our base stuff that we've done all year, and not put anything new in, and we don't game plan Lake Village very much. So that probably has something to do with it. But we also know that we want to re-energize our kids, and this year we'll have a 2-week deal where we can get some guys fully healthy. I think Drake's still nursing his ankle a little bit, and Calais still nursing his foot a little bit. Adam's foot, and Kendrick went down he tweaked his knee the other night. So it's going to be a good time for us to get some guys healthy over the next couple of weeks, and then try to make a playoff run.
Well, we urge everybody to come out Thursday night, 7 p.m. Let's stick with these kids. They've done great, and have a good crowd for that Lake Village game. Then everybody can take a breath for about a week, and then we can get ready to go again.
Yeah, thank you.